Hello.
Hello. So good morning.
Yeah.
I'm Danya.
Yes, Danya.
Uh, uh, your face were like I did not disturb you, right?
I didn't get you. Can you please come again?
I hope I didn't disturb you.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me. Not a problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just had this problem while running Facebook ads.
Okay.
So there is a CRM that we already have in our
Okay.
stores.
Okay.
So now if I run a campaign, the leads that I run, like the lead generation campaign,
Mm-hmm.
I get the leads on the Facebook platform. So I'll have to download that. Then again, I have to post it to respective managers.
Okay.
So now what the management has decided is what they'll do is they'll give us an appointment link.
Mm-hmm.
So if we promote that appointment link, the leads will directly fall under respective software. So there will be no this intermediate or another step. They
Okay.
can cut down this manpower
Mm-hmm.
of reposting the leads.
Okay. That can be done.
Sorry, sir?
That can be done. That is possible.
Yeah, I just want to know how can it be done, because when I tried in the lead generation,
Mm-hmm.
I had to post that link in the form, like
Okay.
the lead form.
Okay.
So basically, the client has to enter the details from first,
Mm-hmm.
and again they have to enter the details twice at the website link.
Okay.
So I thought like I can cut down one of its steps, and I can get the direct client to enter their details at the website link,
Mm-hmm.
and the lead should fall on the CRM.
Okay. So, see, when you go to the lead generation process, which is there in Facebook now,
Huh?
Facebook will require you to, fill up the lead generation form for sure, mandatory. Okay.
Huh.
So when you choose a lead generation category, Facebook will for sure tell you to select the lead generation category only. Okay. You
Okay.
have to add the lead form, no other go. Okay.
Okay.
But if you have your own link where when people click, the lead can be collected through your website,
Huh.
you don't need to select the lead generation category at all.
Okay.
You start
Okay.
selecting the website visitor category. So there is a role called website visits, right? In Facebook.
Um, Brand awareness.
Not brand
Is
awareness.
it?
Traffic. There is a
There is,
goal
yeah,
called a traffic
traffic.
under consideration,
Huh.
right? If you choose that one as a traffic, you know what will happen? You will define your audience. When
Okay.
people click on the link, that is traffic is like you drive visitors to your website link, na?
Yes, sir.
Right. Once
Yeah.
you click on this, the client will directly be taken to your website link, and that link will be ending up being an form.
Huh.
So people can fill the form there. So the goal will be website visitors for you.
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay.
you drive
Okay. Okay.
visitors to the website, the visitors can make a purchase there or they can submit the form.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so
So probably we might suppose if they are taken to another website, there
mhm,
are chances that the client can bounce back, right?
there is a chance, but even on Facebook, there is a chance, right? If the
Huh.
client is not interested, it is his opportunity to bounce back at any point in time.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is the logic actually. So once you go to generate leads through Facebook, you have to
Hmm.
agree to Facebook's terms and conditions. Number one, and number two,
Hmm.
you should also supply your own privacy policy as a URL or a text to them. So lead generation process. Okay. In your
Okay.
situation, you are having a dedicated URL, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
instead of generating leads through Facebook, you use that website traffic as a lead generation process. So
Okay,
the
sir.
people will come to your website. Okay.
Huh.
So
Huh.
this
Huh.
is one choice. And with respect
Yeah.
to lead generation campaign itself, Facebook has introduced a recent, CM, CRM. Okay.
Okay.
Rather than to
Its own CRM.
Yeah, rather than to download and send it to other people, you can manage into Facebook's page itself. Okay,
Oh, okay.
there is a lead management process. Well, near that download option, there is an option to manage leads. Right. If you
Okay.
if you
Huh.
click on
Huh.
that,
Huh.
it will take you to a page where it will have a option to follow up, mark the lead as hot, closed, pending, something like that. And Facebook has got its own. Okay,
Okay.
but
Okay.
if
Okay.
the
Huh. Huh.
organization doesn't allow it, then you don't need to use it. That is not a problem. Okay,
Okay, sir.
second option. And I think Facebook also has got a process to integrate your existing CRM with the Facebook platform,
Yes. Yeah.
whatever the
Yeah.
CRM you have.
Mm.
So that you need to get in touch with Facebook and have it done.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Actually, the CRM and the appointment, they have been interlinked
Mm-hmm.
through our head office.
Okay.
This is just our Coimbatore region that we are looking into it. So I thought
Mm-hmm.
that with the same link,
Mm-hmm.
if I can promote it, then
Mm-hmm.
probably it will go through the same line. Will
Yeah.
be just not they promoting it. I will be just us, like in our region we are promoting it.
Yes. See, the only difference is like you are selecting a traffic campaign. So the goal of Facebook is to drive traffic to your website.
Okay,
So when you are
okay.
creating a ad copy, you have to let people know that they want to submit a form. You are getting a point. So there is something called a CTA, call to action. The call to action is basically visit website.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of visit website, you need to change it something like apply now or enroll now. So the call to
Book now
action
or
button
something like
is
that.
relevant to people. So even before they click, they know they are going to submit some information.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If you put your call to action button as learn more,
Huh?
then people will potentially learn more and they may leave. So their
Huh?
intention will be not to submit. It is their intention will be to learn more. But if you can customize the call to action button instead of learn more, something like register
Book
now,
now, get
apply now.
registered.
So once they click on register now or apply now, they may expect a application form.
Yes, sir.
Right. So
Yeah.
the call to action that is used and the ad copy that is used in the drive traffic section will be very, very important. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
once the
sir.
visitor comes to your page, if the visitors register the content now
Mm-hmm.
pages, then automatically the registration process will take your content and supply it to your respective CRM, which is already configured.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yeah.
how we will track the leads that is properly connecting is you will be
Huh?
adding Facebook
Okay.
pixel that is called a
Huh?
tracking code. You will be adding that
Okay.
Facebook pixel tracking code into the website where you have the application form.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
so once you integrate this, now Facebook
Huh?
can track what kind of leads have been submitted and all the process on the third party website. See, with respect
Yes.
to lead generation,
Mm-hmm.
it is because it is a Facebook's own platform, they don't need
Mm-hmm.
a the pixels to be implemented.
Okay.
Okay, but
Okay.
when you
So,
give a website traffic,
sorry, sir.
when you use a website traffic goal,
Huh?
right, visitors goal or traffic goal, it is
Huh?
taking the visitor from Facebook to a third party website. Okay, now
Okay. Okay.
Facebook has
Okay.
no rights
Mm-hmm.
to track a third party website. In order to give
Okay.
Facebook the tracking ability, you have to integrate your Facebook Pixels account JavaScript code into your website application form wherever it is, so that
Mm-hmm.
Facebook can still go out and track whether the visitor submitted the form or not submitted the form, whether the lead got closed or not. Those things and all you can see it there in the Facebook Pixel tracking report.
Yes, sir.
So if you
Yes,
are
sir.
using a third-party URL, you have to install Facebook, Pixel.
Or pixels.
Okay, if you are
Okay.
using
But
Facebook,
in the third party, we should be the admin, right?
yeah, yeah, obviously. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't have the key in your hand, you cannot open any house, okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. True. It's just that those are all integrated and it will be taken care by our head office. So probably I might not be able to do that. But instead, what I would do is I would run an traffic campaign where the link would be my appointment link.
That is perfect, but you will not be able to track it. That is the only thing.
Yes,
Things will
sir.
happen. Things will happen. Visitors will come. They may even submit. They don't even submit. They may even bounce.
Yes.
What you
But we
can
will
do
not
is
know the insights of the campaign that we are running.
Facebook based insights we cannot get, but you can have a Google Analytics configured.
Even though if I don't have the source code of the website as well.
If you don't have a login credentials for the website, don't ever think about it. Okay.
Yeah, that is a problem that we are facing. It is like a family tree. So
Mm-hmm.
it is just everything are parent based, and we'll just have each and everyone will have their own website,
Mm-hmm.
and that will also be handled by the head office.
Mm-hmm.
It'll all be an horizontal hierarchy.
Mm-hmm. That's
So there
always
will be.
safe actually,
Sorry, sir.
because that is always good because every individual cannot make their own decision. The organization will work with the same goal. That's the right thing to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And at corporates and all MNCs, yes, we have to
Yeah.
accept it. I
Yeah.
thought like what I could have, I thought I would use that.
Yeah.
And another thing I just have a doubt
Mm-hmm.
is, in Google Business,
Mm-hmm.
we have a website that the Google provides us.
Okay. Dot business dot site. Okay.
Yes, dot business dot site.
Mhm.
So there is another option of buying a domain, like buying that site. So I just wanted to know what is the difference between getting the site and paying like on an annual basis. It's around 860 rupees per year. So I just wonder what is the difference between subscribed and not unsubscribed.
See, 860 rupees per year is for the domain name cost. Okay.
Yeah.
Once you create this particular account with Google, that is Google My Business Listing.
Huh?
Okay. Google offers a solution for people to have their website information, business information displayed at no cost.
Yeah.
The goal of the Google organization is to help people to go digital without having any digital knowledge and also technical knowledge.
Yes, sir.
So Google takes care of it. Okay, so that is completely automated, and Google has a predefined template. Based on the business information updated, Google will autofill those information as a website. Okay, so the person who owns a Google My Business listing, when he regularly updates the price, offer, photos, videos, customer reviews, these data will be automatically imported and displayed like a website to their clients.
Okay, sir.
So the people, they actually don't need to have a separate website is what Google is trying to say. Okay, but for advanced websites like selling a product, e-commerce, online, and logical implementation, that Google doesn't support.
Okay.
For example, there are logical implementation websites where you select one and there is a conditions applied. Based on the condition is what you can have the second one selected, something like that. Okay. Google gives a simple solution for people to connect with their clients and customers through a website, and that website can be explored through Google search also. And the biggest beauty with respect to these websites are they are very lighter in nature. Okay, they are hosted by Google and they load faster and they are SEO friendly by default.
Oh, okay.
And those pages that is offered by Google are highly responsive also. You receive the .business site from your mobile phone, you have easy option to tap and call to the customer or the office easily.
Yeah.
Okay, but whereas with respect to your website that you built, you have to customize it based on your need.
Yes, sir.
Until otherwise you don't know how to do the landing page optimization, you will never have a very good page created. Right? So all those technical related, business related stuff are by default taken care by Google, and that's the reason that is for free, because for Google, people who are using Google's advertising program, that is how they generate revenue. People who are using advertisement program, that is, so in order to make people to run advertisement, Google is giving enough amount of free products so that people can try without any hesitation.
Yes, sir. Okay.
So people can start trying it out. For running advertisement, people need a website, so Google has got a free solution to have a website, correct?
Yeah.
So people can buy a website at 860 rupees and anybody can start their business without any problem. Okay, so that's the basic thing in it. Okay. And if you are going, so this is basically a self-hosting website, which means like what people are using for their business, right? So that is called a self-hosting website where they host it with a third-party, hosting websites.
Okay. So once if I get the domain from Google My Business, I need to get a hosting from GoDaddy or something like that.
No, Google has its own hosting that is coming free with your domain name.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is that you cannot customize the template based on your need, which means like you cannot put your website design there. You can only use the existing template that Google offers.
Okay, yes, I get it, sir.
You cannot customize it like a WordPress website. There are customizing options, but they are limited to the business needs. Google doesn't give you enough options.
Even after it is subscribed as well.
Yeah, subscribe in the sense that you are paying for the domain name only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Once you pay for your domain name, the biggest benefit is like you get a domain name like amudhakumar.com. Right. Otherwise, you'll be having something like amudhakumar.business.site. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. See,
yes, I get it.
If you get a chance, you can check it out. Amudhakumar.business.site and amudhakumar.in will be looking the same.
Looking the same?
Yeah. The reason because amudhakumar.in is a domain which is purchased based on the discussion which we have, right?
Oh,
in order to check it out, I bought a domain, I configured it. And amudhakumar.in will be looking exactly like Google's free portal that is given.
Okay, okay.
And the original URL of that one is amudhakumar.business.site. So both are
Site.
same.
Yes.
Both are
It is.
same.
It's just dot business dot site or .com.
.com or .in. The reason why
Dot.
Google gives that opportunity is like when somebody starts their business with a low cost, right? Right? When the
Okay, okay,
client
okay.
comes
Yes,
and
sir.
look into the domain name, when they look at the domain name like .blogspot.com, .wordpress.com, .business.site, and people know very well that these people are hosting in a free platform and they might be fraud.
Huh.
So the trust from the business is not built when the people use free platforms. And in order to
Okay.
make sure that the trust is like maintained, then Google gives an opportunity to maintain a website at .com, .in, .org with that. So that looks like a business website.
A proper trustable one.
Yes. So the website which I have right now, amudhakumar.in, is created such way to test it out. Okay? And amudhakumar.com is created in a different method by using Google's Blogger hosting.
Okay.
And I even have an email at the domain amudhakumar.com, that is admin@amudhakumar.com. I have.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Right.
sir.
So with a very simple, low cost, I can have my own corporate email ID. I can have my own, same domain name with email ID. Okay. And in order to help people to get, lowest investment, Google offers a program called a G Shoot, Google Shoot.
Yes.
Okay. So that is the complete package that people are using right now.
And a corporate level.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Rather than
Yeah.
saying corporate level, even the startups are getting the corporate standard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's the deal.
Okay, okay. And another thing is, there is said that if a person, like let's say X, if he clicks, let's say here, or he types like Studio 11, so our page pops up, and once then he bounces back in a minute, in a second or something, he bounces back. Then how do we retarget him? Like
Okay.
it is said that if a client touches your website, we will be able to extract his number, his ID, his information. We will give you, and all. There are a lot of people saying us like that. So
Actually,
I was
there
like,
is no
no,
such
Google doesn't
process.
provide
Number
such
one.
details. I'm
Number
still.
one, there is no such process. Better understand. One.
Sorry, sir.
There is no such process.
Okay.
Number two, nobody can simply collect the details of a person without knowing them, and that is against the privacy policy practices. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just think about it. You go and visit Amazon.in, and Amazon could be able to take the complete horoscope of you. Know what happens? That is illegal,
True.
right?
Yes, sir.
So there is nothing called, there is a process where we can collect the details and we can use it. No, that is a myth. That's a
Okay.
myth. What actually happens is you can retarget your visitors only using an advertisement campaign.
Okay.
For example, you create an ad campaign for your website landing page. Okay.
Okay.
When people search in Google, your ad will be shown. When the visitor clicks on the advertisement and comes to your website, that is when the visitor is tracked that the visitor is coming through an advertisement.
Okay.
Now, if a visitor comes to your website through an advertisement, and if this visitor is leaving you or bouncing without having any action or making a purchase, or he is an abandoned visitor, he abandons the cart, which means adds the product, he did not buy it, he leaves and goes off, something. So the conversion does not happen.
Yes, sir.
So Google has an option where you can select remarketing as an advertisement option. In creating advertisement, there is an option called remarketing.
Okay. Yeah.
Once you choose the remarketing option, you know what Google will do? Let me say you are running your advertisement for last 2 months. In the last 2 months, your advertisement going live, and Google will have a user behavior metric of the last 2 months behavior, right? How did people come? How much time they spend? How many times they bounced? All the stuff, right? Google will have a data for last 2 months of your advertisement.
Yes.
Now, once you start enabling the remarketing option under the audience targeting, Google will take advantage of the previous 2 months data.
Okay.
It will take the advantage of previous 2 months data, and whenever people visit any website, there is a Google partner site, which means the website which is enabled to display advertisement.
Okay.
Okay, Google partner site. Okay, Google will show your website advertisement to them again and again.
Okay.
That's called a retargeting or remarketing.
Yes, sir.
Again and again. Basically for 3 days or 4 days.
Oh,
And this is the reason when you go and search something and visit on Amazon.in and you come back now, Even you go to a different website, no, you still see the product which you saw in Amazon displaying on the right side of your website.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So this is basically the remarketing strategy. Actually, we don't collect data from people automatically. That is against the privacy policy, and there is no such options like that.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. The only thing that can happen is we actually implement Facebook, Google's tracking code, website tracking code inside your website through Google Tag Manager or through your website on a page editor or something like that. Okay. Once that is done, then Google will track users' behavior on your website.
Yes, sir.
That user behavior is used by the advertisement campaign to track them. So when a user comes and bounces, or when a user comes without making any conversion, then Google will consider those profile, whomsoever have come without any conversion, to show your advertisement to them for next 3 days.
Yes.
Okay?
That is only for 3 to 4 days, or is that also customizable?
I think it is customizable.
Yes, sir.
Most probably when you show the same advertisement to somebody for 10 to 15 days now, it will not be effective.
Yes, sir.
At the max, they will either drop a plan to buy it, or they would have bought it from a different source.
Yes.
Okay, or they would have postponed it.
Yes, sir.
So anyway, in all the scenarios, these three scenarios, whether they bought it, they declined, or they postponed the plan, this conversion is not going to happen.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So first 3 days is the best thing, and if the people are not reacting to that product for first 3 days, then obviously they don't need it right now. So there is no use of targeting them for a long time.
So I can repost, I can retarget the same set of audience in another after duration of time.
Yes. You can even create a campaign initially itself, but there will be no data to retarget. So after 2 to 3 days, Google will start running remarketing because there is a data available. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You can use the remarketing option while creating the campaign itself.
Yes, sir.
But there will be no previous history available.
Remarketing is under the audience, target audience.
Yeah, under target audience, if you check out, there will be 2 to 3 options. There will be something like what people are currently researching for. Okay, target people based on their current profile. Okay, and the last one, if you see, it will be something like target people based on their market, insights or behavior insight. If you check out the last option, there will be something like remarketing. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, Dania, have a great time. Bye bye.